And I like that for the reason I sponsors. I think that how candidates of traffic from a gateway perspective makes that interesting resolution of that awkward intersection. I feel like that is really going to shift the game from cars to people.
Let's get, maybe this is in the excellent or even outstanding in the pedestrian. Because this, I just remember this is the one where I said I really don't care about through traffic. So this definitely is a stake in the heart of through traffic.
And it has a two-way main, it's the only one two-way main street. So, yeah, I think this is probably the best.
Can you read?
Well, that other one had
5 headings there.
Yes.
They rejiggered the
Okay.
freeway.
Ceiling, water, traffic, parks and green pathways, commerce, and a healing center. Those working art yards, foundry and education programs. Where, like on.
Music
Oh,
center,
live theater.
Also, there's quite a bit of that kind of stuff.
And we've got districts, civic, goods, services, art, entertainment, hospitality, business, industrial, education, healing.
So that deals with the lively core.
So there's two things that are the same. More of the same, maybe a little better. So that, and those aren't criteria, but I think they bubbled up out of our conversation. Curt, I appreciate you bring that up earlier. That
You need a reason for people to come, not just to avoid the traffic. You also need a reason for people to come.
Reading style thing,
Not just to avoid the traffic.
architectural overture, any grandeur as an entry and that kind of stuff. I'm not lobbying for it, but I'm not saying they pulled it off, but it got spoken to. And the idea that when you do come into 12, a bridge over that's facilitating this natural integration around there would be an opportunity if they wanted to have that gateway thought. They're kind of attempting to get the whole world. But it's not really a gateway. You'd just be going underneath this strange hole with a bunch of cables on it.
I'm about to cycle to any other. I'm about to cycle to any other.
not very radical vision, but it would be radical to try and implement it.
Right, because it does assume so much is
Superimposes something very, which would take, it would be transformative for sure.
Let me ask, are you sponsoring this?
not quite there, because that's what's holding me back is, especially if elected officials are going to actually take a look at this competition in terms of stimulating their thinking. I wouldn't want to have it be so overreaching that they get turned off. That's one of the disadvantages to the big transit idea.
Operable. I mean, the thing that I did feel like, and I got reminded of when I was looking at this plan over here, is that whole, the cement plant world, which is just a blight for sale. I'd rather see it, very functional, integrated parking. On the parking,
You can sponsor a park?
only on the parking consolidation integration piece, I think they did. I would give it an award for an attempt at trying to sort that out.
Right, but we're still at the awards part, so we can just bring it forward to then, look at this and see if it's worthy of certain awards.
So,
Less enthused.
Okay.
All right, I'm inclined to throw that one.
Okay.
I think this actually has a bigger sustainability component than at first blush because of the amount of density and walkability that's here. I think this would create a kind of a little district unto its own where people would stop doing those 1 and 2 mile car trips. We would need to, and that's a lot of traffic and Spassville people driving a lot.
This is total walkable. And this is just because you are designing a city from scratch.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds like an outstanding.
It would make Spassville three-dimensional. There was like, when there's only 2 blocks, this is, all of a sudden you have, pretty much a neighborhood. It would really transform. I love this one.
Okay. Here's the vision.
Well, actually, these two, botanical and defining the core,
Okay.
are just so well done as boards, complete thoughts. This one's very iconic and evocative, and this one does something none of the others do. This has big idea, big
idea.
and that one up there has some stuff that no one else had particularly. I mean, it's kind of boring with the urban design part, but it's just, I don't know, maybe that one's most competent.
Most competent. Most predictable.
None of these are realizable politically, economically, or otherwise, but they do encompass amongst them a set of really provocative ideas that the ideas, if implemented in some way, in a powerful way, could revitalize. Because I think the answer to your
You can look at it from a real tactical standpoint and then trying to meet all those high points, those who are on the list. But then you can sit back and go, wow, this one just feels like the heart's going to be at the core. That now Sebastopol is going to be this place people want to come to. It's going to be entertaining or alive or unique.
No.
Aye.
Sorry. Aye. I was
I must say,
debating
that's
the
what my gut was, is I.
Aye.
Lois
Okay,
Fisher, aye.
okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because
And a
it's-
gut level, a gut level.
It's a total walkable urban environment that's laid out properly with green space adjacent to it, with all kinds of possibilities of nature and the built environment perfectly balanced. That's the only one of the four that feels like it.
Okay, great. And I think, Lois, were you echoing this as well?
Yeah, I like how the new plaza is handled, has eyes on it, all four sides. It isn't the perfect turn-in vista. It would just really do it.
Got it. No, Ned, please.
I would add that this one and that one are the two that both really embrace the Laguna as this exceptional thing to make into something amazing. This one kind of proposes to kind of try to create a new Laguna, a fabricated one. These two kind of take advantage of what's already here, by giving access to it but I think this one embraces it the most, kind of this whole green area and green lake, they got the dam in the wrong place. So I think I would take that one.
Aye.
Would be my choice.
Aye.
what I give it high points on exquisiteness.
Okay. Exquisiteness?
Yeah. And when you really get really close, kind of looking at it like this, it's so beautifully thought out. It just, it to me proves out a lot of the concepts that help to support the kind of expansiveness of the vision are really proved out in detail. This one over here has I have a lot of detailed questions on this one. But on I'm pretty like ready to ask the public works director if those road widths really work. It's if you did, I don't know if you had a chance to really look closely at this one, but every little parcel is very carefully thought out.
Yeah, I agree. And they get into kind of what you and I touched on, they talk about landmarks and visual access, creating new landmarks and accentuating existing buildings, located in prominent locations.
So what town in Europe is that?
To me, it looks more like a Latin American town, to tell you the truth. You're just in Argentina, and you know how abrupt the change is between the grid of streets and the farms on the outside. Even though this kind of omits the rest of the town, it has a very American feel. Less so even though I said it was European planet, it's almost more Latin American.
I really like the inset. The thing that holds me back from liking the transit one, I mean, as much as I love the train idea, I think it's fabulous and it deserves something for just for that. creating the new green space when you already have it and just enhancing what you already have, to me, is far superior than creating it from scratch. And it's here. You would do that if you didn't have it, but you have it. All you need to do is make it great, what you already have. That to me is always better than creating it from scratch. Because of the embodied energy in it. I mean, nature's already here.
Community excellence. Feasibility excellence. Who's our feasibility person? Kevin, any feasibility excellence? Commercial excellence. What category? Artistic excellence. Artistic excellence. I heard you talking about that. Sure. Parking alternative excellence. Who was our parking?
So I was going to give it a license.
Revitalization excellence. Is that one where you?
Best landscape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. if
The
you
one
have
with the
those-
one with the tower.
Yeah, that's okay, that's okay.
It's like that. The rest of it sucked. That tower was a pop-up bike shop at the Gap store. And I know that pop-up. If you're in New York, pop-up is like that situation. But I think they're great.
Okay,
The
everybody.
only thing this doesn't have is food.
All the big land.
Yeah, it's just another approach looking at, you guys have already done this.
This looked like this. What you do tomorrow?
The open space district could just.
I thought this looks like the open space district did this.
Grab that part right there and link the trail.
That's great.
Right,
But
good, okay.
This one right here, there was something about this
Got some
whole.
good ideas, but there's an awful lot of them that the street says default. And I think maybe that's, I don't know, for me, maybe that's what
There was something.
everything, all the big land.
Yeah, it's just another approach looking
Associated with-
at, you guys have already done this.
This looked like
This is what you do tomorrow. The open space district could just.
I thought this looks like the open space
Sure.
district did this.
Grab that part right there and link the trail.
That's great.
Right,
But
good, okay.
This one right here, there was something about this whole proposal that I found very weird and interesting, but ultimately just didn't hold together at all.
and it would seem otherwise if this becomes the ocean.
I know. And I did this building, so I thought that would be great if there was water flowing in this whole thing.
That's where you want to. But it's sort of.
Right. That's true. Another half a degree.
And then
maybe it's really not.
this one you're coming.
Do it enough, maybe, It's got some good ideas, but there's an awful lot of them that the street says default. And I think maybe that's, I don't know, for me, maybe that's.
This.
But if you come back, we can let you know who the winners were.
Good.
Wow.
That actually says he is working in Florida. at the moment. Number 2 is Q. No.
No, that's right.
B is to.
Yeah, I moved. Steve, just want to pronounce that correctly, Steve Jukes, J-E-W-K-E-S. He is a professional architect. He works for Rick Richetti. Designer was Deborah Woodbury, associate, and they are from Woodland, California.